And we continue our trip to the market here in Studio 62, introducing to many of the local vendors at our local farmers markets. And we bring in the delicious pimento cheese and spreads of Stephen Reed with Humble Roots, LLC, a vendor you'll see at the market, PD Market in downtown Greenville. Glad to have you here, Stephen. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it. Anybody who brings pimento cheese is a friend of mine, so we appreciate it, you being a part of this show where we celebrate the local vendors. So you were in the restaurant and food business for a long time, and tell us how you went from that to wanting to do a recipe that's very special to you.
Okay, so I've been a chef for about 20 years now, graduate of Johnson Wales University down in Charleston. And I started my first restaurant last year and pretty much sunk everything into it, but realized that I wanted out of the restaurant business. So we were selling these pimento cheeses there, and they all started with my grandmother's original recipe.
And I love that story too. I mean, the fact that, you know, something that is attached to your family that you wanted to say, hey, I want to share it with everybody else too.
So once we closed down, we still had people, you know, calling us up to see if they could get the cheeses. And
it's like, I know your restaurant's closed and everything, but can I have that pimento cheese?
Yeah, pretty much. That's how
you guys are some caring folks out there. Like, you know, didn't care if Stephen was hurt or not. You know, like whatever. Just give me that pimento cheese.
Yeah. So I took about 4 months of rigorous trials and errors trying to get through the Department of Ag's process of getting everything squared away with them. And finally got everything, hit our deadlines, and so now we're at the markets.
Right in downtown Greenville, and that market is always jam-packed.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't even walk in there sideways. But it's a good crowd because you're buying local products, so that's really cool. Right. And that market is 8:30 until 12:30.
8:30 to 12:30.
Right in downtown Greenville, right on the main street, so you can't miss that.
Right.
Humble Roots, and we talked about this, and everyone was like, you know, what does Humble Roots have to do with pimento cheese? But it's a normal meaning of Humble Roots. Tell us why you chose that name and why is it so special to you?
Well, just pretty much along the way, like I've been able to test out and have, you know, the help of friends and family, and so it's kind of attributed to my grandmother and my friends and family, the Humble Roots, and then we just kind of. People ask us, is this stuff made from carrots? Because our logo's a carrot, but no, it's just what I came up with because the restaurant was on the Swamp Rabbit, or right off of it, and then the roots and everything. So it just kind of symbolizes, and it kind of sticks out in people's minds.
I think it makes perfect sense because, I mean, your grandma's recipe that you're now giving to people and sharing that with them. Can you tell us a little bit about the recipe without, you know, we don't want to give grandma's full recipe away.
We pretty much want to provide like a high quality product. We try to use, or we do use, it's all aged Wisconsin cheddars inside of our original and our jalapeno. And our jalapeno is pretty much just what I did in my grandmother's recipe and just kicked it up a notch within. And then so we use those, and then the smoked Gouda goat is something I came up with about 5 years ago.
Great name too.
Yeah, I was in Clemson, and it's about 5 years ago. I was trying to impress some people, and so I came up with that.
Now we're getting to the roots of this.
Yeah, so that's my creation, and you know.
Was she impressed?
Yeah,
she was straight for it, right? That's awesome. So which one is the smoked Gouda goat?
This is the smoked Gouda goat, and that's by far, well, I want to say our top seller, but we've sold out of that one at every market we've been at. And then I've got people asking about it. So I started making more, and we're still selling out of it. So.
She should have been impressed. This is good.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And then
what are the other flavors we have?
All right, this is our spicy jalapeno, and then this is my grandmother's original recipe.
How hot on a scale of 1 to 10 is the spicy jalapeno?
It's actually kind of mild. It wouldn't make you want to run and, you know, chug milk or anything.
See, there's some goat's milk right there.
Yeah.
So you say that, and I'm gonna run off camera.
Yeah, I'll let you. I'd probably say on a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably, in my opinion, a 4. Maybe
so far, so good.
And we've got some other products in the works for down the line, and I'll probably do one that's like extremely hot. Because I mean, that's how I like it.
To make you chug goat's milk. And this one is the original?
That's the original.
Okay.
And it's got just a little bite to it. But that's how she made it.
Awesome. What type of lady was your grandma? Is
well,
she like a feed the whole everybody type person?
Yeah, they had a farm right here, actually in the city of Greenville. It wasn't actually the city back then, but it's off of East Parkins Mill, and that's where my father and my 2 aunts grew up. And then she passed when I was about 6 years old. So, I mean, I remember sort of, you know, eating and stuff, but I found that recipe just when I was going through some stuff, and I remembered it from being a child. And we started making it probably about, I'd say about 10 years ago, started making it all the time.
Isn't that a great thing to be able to take a recipe and pass it down? Because otherwise, it's really like an oral history. It gets lost unless someone.
I mean, it becomes part of your life. And all your history and everything.
So at the market, people will find them packaged like this, and they pick them up.
We actually have them in the half pints and then in the pints. So this is the pint size, and we sell them like this. And so we'll have them at the market, just, you know, a display with what they can buy and purchase. So. And we generally run out by about 11 o'clock of the smoke.
So get there early.
So get there early.
Stephen, thank you so much for being here with us and sharing your grandma's recipe and all these. These cheeses are delicious, and you have a great Facebook page too, Humble Roots LLC. On Facebook, and it's Spreadable Edibles.
Spreadable Edibles. And we're actually, we've got our website working. We're working out launching the e-commerce.
Cool.
So it'll be.
We'll have you back once you get those new products.
Yeah,
and
cool, man.
we'll try them out here on the show. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate it. Thank you.